The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Try-Under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now. Back in 2018, France stood atop the football world once more, a nation united and 11 heroes etched into history as they defeated Croatia 4-2 in a dominant final, but football waits for no one. So, where are those world champions now? Let's dive into the journeys of the starting 11 since that night in Russia. Starting between the sticks, Hugo Lloris has had quite the journey since lifting that famous trophy as captain. The French number 1 remained Tottenham's reliable last line of defence until December 2023, when he made the bold decision to swap North London for the sunshine of Los Angeles. LAFC secured his signature through 2024 with options extending to 2026, and the move represented a fresh chapter for a goalkeeper who'd given Spurs 11 years of service, the World Cup in Qatar. 2022 saw him captain France all the way to another final, this time falling short against Argentina in that epic penalty shootout. Just weeks later, Lloris announced his international retirement at 36, ending his reign as France's most capped player ever with 145 appearances. At right back, Benjamin Pavard became a household name with that thunder and secured him the Goal of the Tournament award. Pavard joined Bayern Munich in 2019 and spent 4 successful years in Bavaria, winning domestic and European honours. But then came 2023, when Inter Milan came calling. Fast forward to September 2025, and things took an unexpected twist. Pavard was loaned to Marseille in a deadline day move, with Inter citing a desire for the Frenchman to return to his homeland. Recurring injuries had hampered his time in Milan, and the switch to the south of France offered him a position Pavard once made his own. In the heart of defence stood Raphael Varane, a man who seemed destined for greatness from the moment Real Madrid plucked him from Lens as a teenager. 10 glorious years at the Bernabeu came to an end when Manchester United secured his signature in 2021. His 3 years at Old Trafford were a mixed bag, constantly disrupted by injuries, though he did lift the EFL Cup and FA Cup to add to his trophy cabinet. When he joined Como in July 2024, many saw it as a chance for the cultured defender to wind down his career in Italy's picturesque surroundings. Fate had other plans. Just 23 minutes into his debut in a Coppa Italia match against Sampdoria, Varane suffered a knee injury that would ultimately end his playing days. In September 2024, at just 31 years old, he announced his retirement, bringing the curtain down on a career that saw him win everything the game has to offer. Como, showing their class, appointed him to their board to focus on youth development and football education. Partnering Varane was Samuel Umtiti, the man whose headed goal against Belgium in the semi-finals sent France to the final. That moment represented the absolute peak of Umtiti's career, and tragically, it all went downhill from there. The defender had been nursing a knee injury heading into the tournament and made the fateful decision to delay surgery in order to play. He won the World Cup, yes, but at what cost? The knee problems never truly resolved. Barcelona watched helplessly as one of Europe's most promising young defenders crumbled under the weight of chronic cartilage damage. A loan to Lecce in 2022 brought no respite, and when Barcelona terminated his contract in June 2023, Umtiti returned to France with Lille, hoping his homeland could spark a revival. It couldn't. Between 2023 and 2025, injuries limited him to just 13 appearances. His last game came in January 2024, and by September 2025, Umtiti announced his retirement at 31. The cruel irony is that he's only made 1 appearance for France since that glorious night in Russia. His World Cup gamble paid off for the nation but killed his career. Lucas Hernandez was the attacking outlet at left back, a dynamic presence who could defend with bite and drive forward with purpose. From Atletico Madrid to Bayern Munich in a club record transfer in 2019, Hernandez established himself as one of Europe's elite fullbacks. Unfortunately, injuries became a constant companion throughout his time in Germany. In 2023, he made the move to Paris Saint-Germain, where he struggled to command a starting spot, often finding himself on the bench behind more consistent performers. The 2022 World Cup brought particular heartbreak when an ACL injury in the opening match ruled him out of the entire tournament, handing the left-back spot to his brother Theo, who has since made it his own. Lucas still receives call-ups to the national squad, but has transitioned into more of a squad player than the guaranteed starter he once was. In midfield, Paul Pogba was supposed to be entering his prime. The Manchester United midfielder dominated in Russia, capping his tournament with a goal in the final and looking every bit the world-class player his talent suggested. Returning to Juventus in 2022 on a free transfer should have been a triumphant homecoming, but instead it became a nightmare. Injuries kept him sidelined, ruling him out of the 2022 World Cup entirely before disaster struck in September 2023 when he tested positive for testosterone. The 4-year ban was eventually reduced to 18 months on appeal. Juventus terminated his contract, and when his ban ended in March 2025, Monaco swooped in with a 2-year deal. At 32, Pogba is attempting a career resurrection back in France, though he's yet to make his competitive debut for Monaco as he works his way back to match fitness. As for the national team, those days appear long gone. Alongside him sat N'Golo Kante, the heartbeat of that World Cup winning side. The tireless midfielder who covered every blade of grass, winning every tackle and making the impossible look routine. After winning everything at Chelsea, Kante's body began showing signs of wear. Constant injuries diminished his once superhuman impact, and in 2023, he departed Stamford Bridge for Al Ittihad on a free transfer. While many viewed the move as a semi-retirement, Kante has remained competitive and impressively re-entered Didier Deschamps' plans. Missing the 2022 World Cup through injury was a crushing blow, and he wasn't called up again until Euro 2024, putting in man-of-the-match performances. Now, in November 2025, he's just received another call-up, proving that even at 34 and playing in Saudi Arabia, his quality remains undeniable. On the right wing, Kylian Mbappe was already a sensation at 19, and 7 years later, he's arguably the best player on the planet. After years of speculation, Mbappe finally completed his dream move to Real Madrid in 2024, joining as a free agent after his PSG contract expired. He left Paris as their all-time record goalscorer. His debut campaign at Madrid was statistically remarkable, scoring 44 goals in all competitions and breaking numerous club records, including most goals by a debutant. However, the season ended trophyless for Los Blancos, a bitter pill for a player of Mbappe's stature. For France, he's become even more crucial. His hat-trick in the 2022 World Cup final is already the stuff of legend, and he now captains Les Bleus, closing in on Olivier Giroud's all-time scoring record. At just 26, his journey from teenage prodigy to global superstar has been nothing short of extraordinary. Antoine Griezmann was France's creative heartbeat in 2018, joint top scorer with 4 goals and the tournament's celebration king. Barcelona came calling in 2019 with a massive transfer, but the fit was all wrong and the Frenchman never truly flourished at Camp Nou. Returning to Atletico Madrid has since allowed Griezmann to rediscover his best form. He's since become their all-time leading scorer. For France, he remained instrumental through the 2022 World Cup and Euro 2024 before announcing his international retirement in September 2024, ending a magnificent international career. There was a notable moment of disappointment when Lloris's departure saw the captaincy pass to Mbappe rather than Griezmann, a decision that raised eyebrows given the attacking midfielder's experience and standing. Still, Griezmann has nothing left to prove, and his legacy as one of France's greatest ever players is secure. Blaise Matuidi was the unsung hero, France's left-sided midfielder who did the dirty work that allowed the stars to shine. Tactically disciplined and physically relentless, he would push high up the pitch but constantly drop deep to support Pogba and Kante. His career included stints at PSG and Juventus before finishing with Inter Miami in MLS. He retired in December 2022. Since hanging up his boots, Matuidi has transitioned into business, launching a venture capital fund called Origins that targets consumer startups in the US and Europe. His final appearance for France came in 2019, with younger options eventually phasing out the veteran warrior. Leading the line was Olivier Giroud, a striker many had written off as not good enough for the highest level. He scored 0 goals in Russia, yet his hold-up play, intelligent movement and selfless running created countless chances for teammates. At 39, he's defying father time with performances that continue to stun observers. After leaving Chelsea, he joined AC Milan in 2021, winning Serie A and becoming a fan favourite at the San Siro. A year-long spell at Los Angeles FC followed before his contract was mutually terminated in June 2025. Then came the return to France. Joining Lille on a one-year deal in July 2025, Giroud has continued making history. Just 11 minutes into his Lille debut against Brest, he scored, becoming the club's oldest ever goalscorer. For France, Giroud became their all-time leading scorer during the 2022 World Cup, surpassing Thierry Henry's record. He played through Euro 2024 before announcing his international retirement, his final appearance coming as a substitute in the semi-final defeat to Spain. Didier Deschamps remains in the dugout, having guided France to back-to-back World Cup finals. His success is undeniable, winning the World Cup and Nations League while establishing France as a consistent powerhouse. Yet, in January 2025, he announced he won't extend his contract beyond the 2026 World Cup, bringing an end to a tenure that will go down as one of the most successful in international football history. The obvious successor, Zinedine Zidane, who has been waiting patiently since leaving Real Madrid in 2021. The prospect of Zidane leading a new generation of French talent has... Do you think they can do it again in 2026? Let us know in the comments. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos. See you next time. Bye.